Ghost Hunter Adventure Series, Episode 1, Shadows of the Past. Opening scene, a night in the city. The screen fades into a dimly lit city street at midnight. Rain falls softly, creating a misty glow around the streetlights. Victor Graves, a 28-year-old with striking blue eyes and a scar running down his left cheek, walks with purpose. He's dressed in a worn leather jacket and black boots, the kind that seem to have seen countless miles. A silver locket hangs around his neck, its surface etched with intricate symbols that glimmer faintly under the street lights, hinting at its ancient and mysterious origins. A silver dagger is strapped to his belt, and a small leather pouch is secured at his waist. His sharp gaze shifts as he sees flickers of shadowy figures, ghosts and beasts, moving amongst oblivious pedestrians. A soft thunder rumbles in the distance, and the city feels alive with hidden energy. Victor, most people walk through life blind to the things that haunt this world. Lucky them. I don't have that luxury. The things I see, they're not just stories to scare kids. They're real. And they're dangerous. As he continues down the street, his eyes narrow on a ghost of a young girl sitting on the curb, sobbing. She's transparent, her form flickering with a faint glow in the edges of her figure occasionally dissolving into mist. Around her, the faint outline of chains can be seen trailing into the darkness. Victor, kneeling down, soft voice,
"Hey there. What's wrong?"
The ghost looks up with tear-streaked eyes that seem too large for her small, delicate face. Her voice trembles, each word carrying a heavy weight. Ghost girl.
I can't find my mom. She's all alone, and I'm so scared. The shadows took her.
As he takes in her words. His fingers instinctively wrap around the silver locket hanging around his neck, its surface etched with runes that glow faintly as if responding to his resolve. The rain picks up slightly, and a gust of wind carries a chilling whisper through the air. Victor, don't worry. I'll help you find her. Just stay close to me. The ghost girl nods hesitantly, the chains rattling faintly as she rises. Victor's eyes dart to the shadows around them, scanning for any signs of danger. As Victor guides the ghost girl through the damp streets, memories flood his mind. The scene transitions to a warm, cozy kitchen bathed in golden sunlight. A younger Victor, no older than 8, sits at the table with his mother, Clara Graves. She's stirring a pot of soup on the stove, her movements graceful despite the weight of her past. Her dark hair, streaked with early gray, falls in loose waves around her face. Clara, placing her hands on his small shoulders.
"Victor, listen to me. Your father's blood doesn't define you. You're more than the shadows he left behind. You have a choice, to use your gift for good, to help those who can't help themselves."
Young Victor looks up at her, his eyes wide and uncertain. Victor, but what if the darkness takes me too? What if I'm like him? Clara kneels in front of him, cupping his face with both hands. Clara.
"The darkness only wins if you let it. You have a light inside you, Victor. Never forget that."
Her words echo as the memory fades, replaced by the harsh reality of the present. Victor clenches his fist, the locket glowing brighter in response. The threat emerges. The camera pans to an abandoned warehouse on the edge of the city. Its windows are shattered, and the walls are covered in graffiti. The air feels heavy, almost oppressive, as Victor approaches. The ghost girl clings to his side, her chains rattling softly. Victor stops abruptly, his locket flaring with a sudden burst of light. He hears a low, guttural growl from the shadow. Slowly, a hulking beast with glowing red eyes and jagged claws emerges. Its fur is matted, and its breath steams in the cool night air. It's a rat hound, a creature that preys on lost souls, and it's locked onto Victor. Victor, stepping in front of the ghost girl.
Stay back. This one's mine.
The rat hound lunges, and Victor rolls to the side, drawing a silver-bladed dagger from his belt. The dagger is inscribed with the same runes as the locket, and it hums faintly with power. The fight is intense and visceral. The beast's claws slash through the air, narrowly missing Victor as he counters with precise strikes. Sparks fly as claw meets blade, and the sound of their struggle echoes through the warehouse. Victor uses the locket to summon a radiant shield of light, the glowing barrier deflecting a particularly vicious swipe of the rat hound's jagged claws. The beast snarls, its voice guttural and dripping with malice.
Rat hound, you think your life can stop me, hunter? I've devoured souls far braver than yours.
Victor's jaw tightens, his voice steady and laced with determination as he counters. Victor.
Brave souls don't run from the darkness, they face it. Let's see if you can handle mine.
He chants an incantation under his breath, the ancient words resonating with a low hum. The runes on his dagger blaze to life, their glow intensifying with each syllable. With a swift, deliberate motion, he slams the blade into the ground. A circle of glowing runes erupts around the rat hound, their brilliance forming a barrier that begins to constrict. The creature thrashes, its claws scraping against the shimmering walls of the trap. Rat hound.
Howling, this isn't over, hunter. The void always hungers.
Victor steps closer, his eyes locked on the beast, unmoving. Victor.
Then tell the void it'll be waiting a long time.
With a final surge of light, the runes tighten, imploding with a blinding flash that banishes the rat hound back to the void. Victor staggers slightly, catching his breath, and wipes sweat from his brow with a small smirk. Victor.
You picked the wrong night to mess with me.
With the beast defeated, Victor turns back to the ghost girl. She's watching him with wide eyes, a mixture of awe and gratitude. He kneels down and holds out the locket, its glow now soft and steady. Victor.
Your mom's waiting for you on the other side. This portal will take you to her. Don't be afraid.
The locket creates a shimmering portal, golden light spilling out and illuminating the dark warehouse. The ghost girl steps forward hesitantly, then looks back at Victor. Ghost girl, thank you for everything. She steps into the portal, her chains dissolving as she disappears into the light. Victor watches, a small, bittersweet smile on his lips, before the portal closes. Victor.
Every soul I help is one step closer to proving my mother right. I'm not him. I never will be.
A new mission. As Victor exits the warehouse, the rain has stopped, and the city seems quieter, almost peaceful. His phone buzzes, breaking the silence. He pulls it out to see a message from an unknown number. Message. If you want to stop more shadows, meet me at the old cathedral. Midnight. Come alone. Victor's eyes narrow. The cathedral looms in his mind, a place steeped in both history and danger. He tucks the phone away, adjusts his jacket, and walks into the night, ready for whatever comes next.